Assalamu alaikum, family. Peace. Habarigani. Praise the Lord. What's poppin'? What's up, Joe? Hello, world. All of that. Oh, brothers and sisters, my name is Toure Muhammad, and I am the host of Bean Soup Radio, brought to you by BeanSoupTimes.com. You know, Bean Soup Time aims to keep you informed by sharing relevant news and information. We have a great show today, but first, I want to make a couple of announcements. First, if you don't know by now, I want you to get this and understand it and take advantage. We have a free event promotion project on BeanSoupSociety.com. You go there, BeanSoupSociety.com, BeanSoupSociety.com, and set up a free profile and post your events there. You can post a flyer, you can put it in the event section, and not only will members see it, but we'll be encouraging all of our people in our network, the 16,000 on email, the 10,000 on social media, to check out your events. So go to BeanSoupSociety.com and sign up today. And if you do, if you have a business, we'll also promote your business there. Put up a business flyer. Tell us what you do, and we'll tell people in our network. This is like online networking at its best. So you can also just text Bean Soup, BeanSoup, to 55469 to get started. That's text Bean Soup, BeanSoup, to 55469 to get started. Now, in the news today, in Bean Soup news today, lots of incredible stuff is happening. One, for some of you old school brothers and sisters, you know, I'm going to say, you know, we're really I'm talking semi-old school. I'm talking to people in their mid-30s and their 40s, mid-40s. The creator of the house music classic, Donnie, is getting ready to unleash some new music. Harry Dennis, more than 25 years ago, Harry Dennis created a sensation with his first hit single, Donnie, released in 1986 by DJ International. It immediately became a cult classic. I can recall in 1985 and 86, 84, 85, when that song was very popular, and there was a brother who was a member. He was the leader, he was the president of The Family, and his name was Donnie, and so, man, that just took him to new heights, because not only was dude cool, he's my brother, but he also had a song named after him. So they talking absolutely just fun times. But before we go down memory lane too far, I also want to give some props to the Black Public Relations Society of Chicago, which has named a scholarship in honor of Paul W. Davis. He was a good friend, wonderful brother who was always supportive and encouraging to my career in journalism and public relations. Was always there to give encouragement. So, and he's no longer with us. Just a great brother. So the Black Public Relations Society of Chicago, which he was a big part in helping to establish and keep going and keep that connection to help mentor new people coming into the public relations game. They've established a scholarship. So you can go to my website and find out more information about that. But definitely, man, he's a great brother and is well deserved. So big props to Winona Redman and others who put this together. So definitely check it out. Go to my website, BeanSoupTimes.com, so you can get information about that. Just put Paul Davis in the search engine right up in the top in the upper right hand corner. Then we also have this great interview, debut by one of our contributing writers. She did a interview with Miss DJ Tone. Now they say DJing is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without Miss DJ Tone's touch. She is on the ones and twos, on turntables, on CDs, putting the music together for Linwood Skate Center. She's the house DJ at Linwood. She does her thing at Rich Skate and does a lot of DJing throughout the Chicagoland area, especially focusing on the skaters. It's a whole new generation of JB style and flipping and twisting and splitting skaters out there doing their thing. So big props to her for keeping the music going and helping them hone and fine tune their craft. Man, we did posted a message, a Father's Day message from Tracy Martin, the father of Trayvon Martin. So you got to check that out. His mom did one on Mother's Day, and it's all centered around, of course, Father's Day and that Stand Your Ground law. So there's a campaign to deal with that law because they're concerned on how people are using that law to justify killing black youth and just killing anybody really. So check that out. And man, this one has been getting a lot of views on the website. I posted a piece talking about 3 things Little Kim should have seen in the mirror before the alleged plastic surgery. Man, it's a interesting picture. It was people were posting all over the internet, and people were going in on her on what appears to be plastic surgery gone wild. And so we talked about 3 things that if she had been listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, or if she was listening and heard his message, she would have known about herself before the plastic surgery. And this really goes for her and a lot of really male and female artists out there. But we're going to talk about the females first. The first thing Lil' Kim should have known is that she is the first creation of God. The second thing she should have known is that she is the mother of civilization. The third thing she should know is that she is a co-creator with God. So I put a fourth one in there just for good measure. But you all go to the website and check it out. You got to see the pictures. You got to see the commentary about Little Kim and really about what we do as a people. Because whether it's Lil' Kim, whether it was the Michael Jackson, there's a lot of stuff happening with the self-worth and the value of black folks because of the country that we live in. Absolutely incredible. Now, finally, we got a few more things. Another contribution from one of our contributors, Sydney Blaylock. She did the piece about the DJ, and she also spent 6 months in Accra, Ghana, and she talks about 8 things that she loved about her stay in Accra, Ghana. So she has some points. She has some great pictures in there, just some incredible reflective images from Accra, Ghana. You got to check them out. You got to see it. It's absolutely incredible. And man, it's just a plenty of stuff there for you all to check out. I don't know if you've heard, but Baby has attacked Rick Ross. You got to check out. It's shocking news on the Bean Soup. So when you go to beansouptimes.com, search for Rick Ross, and you can hear all about this incident with Baby attacking Rick Ross. I don't know what the world is coming to. Absolutely ridiculous stuff happening out here. And of course, brothers and sisters, there's all type of tons of stuff on the website. Go check it out. Go sign up for BeanSoupSociety.com. Let's get connected. Let's start even more networking and promoting your businesses. Of course, we have a bunch of advertising services. We need some advertisers for this show right here. We need you to reach out. Call your friends and family who have businesses. We need sponsors for the Bean Soup Radio Show so we can keep this show going. We need your support. If you enjoy the show, go to Bean Soup Times on Facebook. Let me know you like the show. Send me an email. Send me some people that you think can advertise on Bean Soup Radio and BeanSoupTimes.com. We'll help get the word out. You know how we get down. But I want to get into, we have an incredible brother that we're going to talk to today, and I'm telling you, you are going to be blown away. We're talking about a superhero. We're talking about a man who can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Man, he's absolutely all of that and then more. Just an incredible brother. So I'm going to give you a little bit about his background and introduce him, and we're going to have an incredible conversation with him. So first, he is the founder of the United Schools of Survival, and he's gonna explain some of that when we start talking to him. But remember, the United Schools of Survival. This man is an 8-time black belt, Hall of Fame inductee, and international martial artist. He is very proficient in all types of self-defense and in different, he's going to go into the different, where all these belts come from, but I'm telling you, just whatever the situation, whatever's going down, he can deal with it. Not only that, but he is the national trainer for the Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He teaches and trains on self-defense and martial arts and health and fitness throughout the entire Nation of Islam. He's the top man, and he's also what we call the student regional captain in the Midwest region for the Nation of Islam. So all that means that he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and he has a lot of desire to help black folks and our community at large do better and be better and defend ourselves, protect ourselves, and learn about who we are. We're talking about 40 years experience in the martial arts. He's been trained by some giants, and he's going to talk about that a little bit more as well. But he's going to have a seminar July 20th through 22nd here in Chicago at the McCormick, the Hyatt Regency McCormick in the near downtown area. You learn about katas. You're going to learn about weapons. You're going to learn about self-defense. You're going to learn about sparring, kumite rather. Man, just it's going to be some incredible stuff starting around 10 o'clock. We'll really get there at 9 o'clock. So to register, go to 773 or call 773-457-8899. That's 457-8899. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, if you go to, I'm going to put up a video, go to my website and put his name in, you're going to see some videos of some incredible stuff that he can do. And with all of that I just said, I mean, just a phenomenal, he's a legend in martial arts, Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad. When you hear, go talk to anybody about who he is, go Google him, and you'll see how proficient, how incredible this man is, and along with all of that training that he provides, all of the just how he's excelled in the martial arts field, along with all of that, he's the kind of teacher that you would want, because he has patience. He makes sure that you work in a way and you learn a way and you train in a way where you don't injure and hurt yourself. He loves black folks and wants to help see black folks do better and be better. An incredible businessman. Dojos, he's helped set up dojos. He's a top trainer of the SVK system in the world, and he just has a wonderful spirit and heart, just a down-to-earth brother, man, just incredible. Because, sometimes you can hear about these great martial artists, and when you meet them, they trying to break your arm. You just came into the dojo on Monday. They trying to break your arm on Tuesday. Acting like Kung Fu Joe, wanting to impress you. This is not that kind of brother. He is very confident and clear on who he is, but he walks to earth with humility, and his goal is to help to teach and train you how to be as confident and as clear and proficient as he is. And I mentioned he is the national trainer, so he's a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a long-time student, and that in and of itself says a lot about his commitment and his love to our community. And for the minister to exalt him to the position of national trainer just gives you a peep into, and if you ever listen to Minister Farrakhan, occasionally he'll mention Brother Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad and the great work that he's doing. And he often comes to these events. So this is the 17th annual International Martial Arts Seminar. It's also going to be featuring Soke Little John Davis. There's going to be a national training 2-day workshop. Man, it's just all kind of stuff, brothers and sisters. You got to be here. You got to be here. Go to my website, beansuittimes.com, to get more information. But it's $75 for 2 days, $50 for 1 day. If when you register by March 31st, there. Let me fast forward to. Look, it's about $150. You just need to get yourself there. You can also register online at the VSKJIUJITSU.com, the VSKJujitsu.com, the VSKJIUJITSU.com. So, brothers and sisters, without any further ado, it is my honor and privilege to let you all listen to this conversation that we recorded a few days ago with Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad. So, brothers and sisters, we have an incredible person here to talk to. You're hearing about his history, just heard about some of the great things that he's done. And so we are very pleased to have Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad here on the Bean Suit Radio Show. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Yes, sir. It's absolutely an incredible honor and a privilege. I've been privileged to watch you and see you throughout the years. Whether you are in a gi, whether you are in a three-piece suit, it doesn't matter. You can deal and handle. So I'm so excited to talk about what you do. But first, before we get into that, just tell me a little bit about what inspired you to get into martial arts.
Wow. Well, of course, it was during an era, the Bruce Lee era,
Yes,
it was, very strong. But what inspired me to really get into the martial arts was to move into the martial arts. To think about it was the movies, was, the television,
Yes, sir.
Green Batman and Green Hornet and
Yes,
all
sir.
of that, So that was exciting just mentally. But what moved me to go into the training was the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir.
As a child, I was in the junior FOI, and going into the junior FOI, I had boxing experience. Well, let me say, when I say boxing experience, it wasn't really boxing, not like in the ring.
Yes, sir.
It was my oldest brother taught me how to box, and he showed me some things, and so I thought I knew how to box.
Yes, sir.
So that was the experience that I'm talking about. But in the nation, or in the junior FOI, boxing, martial arts, that was our exercise. That was, our sport and play. We didn't have sport and play. What we had to do was train in martial arts or boxing.
Yes, sir.
Outside of that is drill, and outside of that was, of course, the study of the wisdom of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
the
sir.
Nation of Islam.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's excellent. And, there are a lot of people, probably every male who grew up in that era was excited and inspired to watch that martial arts. And there are many excellent and trained brothers in the FOI. But what then motivated you to keep going to really just excel and be, at the top of such a competitive and huge field of the martial arts?
Well, I think that's an excellent question, and I can just answer it by saying when I first, got into it, one of the brothers, he was a friend. He was, one of the brothers in the mosque in school with me in Muhammad University, and one of the things that happens in our training is that our teachers didn't allow us to, when it was time to box and things of that nature.
Right.
you wanted to box with someone else, but they made sure that you boxed with those who you ran with. So whoever your best friends and your, whatever that was, whoever they were, they had you fight them.
Yes, sir.
So I got a chance to box, and I won in the boxing, but I had no martial arts skills.
Yes, sir.
And what he did was he said, okay, you got me, you beat me in boxing, but come on over here. So this is when I talk to my students now about rolling out, and when I say that I have not seen a rollout as bad as mine yet.
Yes, sir.
That's why I can have patience with others.
Yes, sir.
Because when I went over with them, they started off rolling, and I just felt like I beat him over in this. I guess I can do that.
Yes, sir.
My first roll, I banged myself up so bad, I just slid over to the side and watched them finish the class.
Yes, sir.
So, and after that point, I really wanted to continue training. Mm-hmm. And I saw other young brothers that my age, and they were excellent. Mm-hmm. And the only difference with them and myself is that I continued. I kept going, and I stayed inspired and excited about it, and
yes,
and I'm here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's beautiful. Talk a little bit about how the discipline of martial arts has helped you to be a better person, a better man.
Oh man, it's when I talk about the discipline of martial arts, I really can't talk about martial arts and not talk about Islam.
Yes, sir.
Because the discipline for me, they came together.
Yes, sir.
So as I was being taught discipline through my training in Muhammad University of Islam, mm-hmm. my training in the junior FOI, mm-hmm. Which is the young boys in the Nation of Islam. The martial arts was a component of that, right. So it all came together. So it's a collective mm-hmm. discipline training that I received, and so that's how I got it.
Yes,
so as being taught how to be, who I was as a man.
Yes,
I mean, just the fact that I was being taught something that I wasn't just a regular person, but that I had God in me, mm-hmm. And that I had the ability to attain a level of perfection that
yes,
was incredible. So that was something that was very exciting for me,
mm-hmm.
and so the discipline came in all of that.
Yes, sir.
How to drill and how to move. Just of course, when we talk about the rolling and when we go specifically to the martial arts, my teacher, Dr. Moses Powell,
yes, sir.
When I first came in, I mean, he was an icon,
yes,
and there were those, as with one of my teachers now, Soke Little John Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was traveling around the world just destroying people. He was
yes,
the
sir.
fighter for the dojo, and so these were men that I was able to look up to.
Yes, sir.
Where we are lacking today many times. We don't have our children don't have men mm-hmm. to look up to because the role of the man has been so destroyed.
Yes, sir.
So again, as far as the discipline is concerned, it came all together.
Yes,
with
sir.
me.
So you had, as a young man, a junior FOI, you had older brothers who could counsel and guide you, and then you had these two iconic figures that you met through Islam, Dr. Moses Powell and Soke Little John Davis.
Yes.
Sir.
I mean, they were two of actually a number, but
yes, sir.
but who was like my father?
Yes, sir.
Was Dr. Moses Powell. He's the one who raised me, and Soke Little John Davis is as an older brother to me.
Yes, sir.
Who became a surrogate father to me mm-hmm. with the passing of my teacher,
yes,
Dr. Moses Powell.
Yes, sir. Wow, that's beautiful. And you talked about this correlation. I want to ask you a little bit more about, because of course in Islam we're taught the value and the importance of submission.
Yes.
And surrendering our will to do God's will, to
That's
do
right.
Allah's will.
Yes.
And how does that principle apply to martial arts that allowed you to be a great student?
Great. Well, it really is the same type of mm-hmm. focus. When you surrender yourself, when you are in the dojo, when I'm in the dojo and I had to to give myself to my teacher.
Yes, sir.
Who I trusted, and I had to develop the trust, to accept the pain that comes with the development that I had to undergo, and my trust was tested.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Every time I was given a technique, and he it was not just trust, but he showed me that he was trustworthy through how he handled me, and where he didn't injure me,
right,
but he caused pain, the developmental pain,
yes, sir,
for me to know what this would be like, but not enough to cause the injury that it could cause.
Yes, sir.
So
that's where you get that from.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes. The minister talks about when you mastering a thing,
yes, sir,
that you have to go through a certain amount of pain.
That's right.
Yes, but I talk to my students about the different types of pain. There's a positive pain and a negative pain.
Right.
You can go through a pain where you're developing the muscles are getting sore. Yes, it hurts, but it is building you. But then you have a break or sprain or tear. These are negative pains that are destructive to the body, which we have to heal again in order to go. Where it says obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
It's better for us to obey the instructor, to obey the teacher, than to sacrifice. And I'm telling you to do it this way. You do it the way you want to do it. Now you experience a pain that may not be good because you believe that your thought is better. You're trying to configure some way to ease it when I'm giving you the easiest way,
right,
which is going to be the most complete and successful way.
Yes, sir. Wow, that's beautiful. And I must say, I've met different people in the martial arts, and it's one thing to be a master of what you do, but then also have the incredible ability to duplicate yourself. And I see a lot of your students that go on. They start dojos. They do a lot of training, and they're all over the place. And that's a credit, of course, to your instructors, to your teachers. But you had that ability to duplicate yourself, which is so incredible. So, tell me a little bit as we go into the United Schools of the Survival Federation, and what is that, and what are some of the goals of the Federation?
Excellent. And Federation, we supplement Federation for family.
Yes, sir.
So that the Federation is not just a way of bringing a number of schools together for some. I feel better with saying the United Schools of Survival family.
Yes, sir.
Where we have a body together with a goal that is about the entire family.
Yes, sir.
Not just my school and what I can get from my school and how this can aid my school, but no, how can we come together and I contribute to the family so that the whole family is successful.
Yes, sir.
So the United Schools of Survival is something that came to my mind because I've been taught so much about unity,
Yes,
coming
sir.
together, bringing people together. So what I saw in it is that Dr. Moses Powell, Dr. Musa Muhammad, he was the type of person that went from school to school, different types of schools, and everybody wanted to study under him, no matter what style they were from. So many people wanted to study under him.
Yes, sir.
And if they could say that they studied under Dr. Moses Powell, they had big props.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just taking from that. I take from what Soke Little John Davis has done and how he, has students that are in the Korean field, they're in the Japanese field, they're in the Chinese field, and they all desire to train under someone like himself. So I'm looking at that as a family. Now where we have martial artists in Taekwondo, in Kung Fu, in Jiu-Jitsu, in Judo, in Karate, in various arts coming together to bring about a unified focus so that we as a group can expand. You see so many the Korean Taekwondo practitioners. They come together, and they do what they do, and I don't have any problem in that. You have the many of the Japanese stylists. They come together, but we as a community, we do not come together, and it's beyond just even our community to opening up for various schools, because there's so many that's not training today that need to train. United Schools of Survival is bringing all schools together to be of one common focus and goal, and that is to develop the schools and bring them into one so that we're just one family.
Yes, sir. Wow, that's beautiful. And tell us about the upcoming 17th annual International Arts Seminar.
Yes, well, man, that's an exciting event that's about to happen. This is our 17th annual.
Yes, sir.
And every year, it's just amazing. We're going to be at the Hyatt McCormick Place, and that is going to happen on July 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. There's going to be a tournament. So there's a 2-day seminar. In that seminar, we're going to deal with a number of things. One, the aspect of how to defend yourself. So we're gonna have an aspect for just only children. Children are going to be able to learn from these major masters that's coming from around the country and outside of the country. We have an aspect for women. See, some women don't want to train with men.
Right.
And they want to train just with themselves, and that's fine. So we have a piece just for the sisters, and these masters are going to give them training. In addition to that, we have a karate championship sparring seminar that's going to happen also. So we're going to have some champion practitioners and fighters that are going to be there to teach, and then we have our big extravaganza at the end where everybody's open to be a part of it and come on in and enjoy themselves.
Yes, sir. Beautiful. So should people come who have never had any martial arts experience?
Absolutely. And in fact, every year, 3/4, maybe if just under 3/4 of those who come are very limited in their training or have no training at all.
Yes, sir.
So they won't be, lonely at all, So yes, we're looking for those who have knowledge, because we have persons that's going to be there that have had 40 and 50 years training, and those who have coming in for the first time training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Children as well as women alike.
Yes, sir. And talk a little bit about how there's definitely some physical exercise and workout that you get, but the practicality of what you learn about self-defense and how whatever physical abilities you have, you teach so that people can be able to defend themselves.
That's absolutely correct. I mean, someone just asked me just yesterday, I believe it was. He says that should he train now? He was about in his 40s. Should he just start training now? And he was considering not training because he has he's older and he didn't know if he should even put his body through it. Well, I said to him, as long as there's somebody out there looking to take advantage of you, it is still time for you to train.
Right. Yes.
He asked how old was my oldest student, and the oldest student that I have is about 67.
Yes, sir.
67 years old, and he's been with me for some time. He has actually he's creeping up on 70.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So he has some issues with his ability to get around all the time, but he is still one of my students.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. And so people who come, let's say they have a lot of experience. You kind of touched on this with people who really want to train with your teachers, no matter where they come from. But somebody who has 10, 15 years experience, should they be there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, when we have professionals coming in, you know, that have been requested to come, and then there are those who just said that they're not going to have it happen without them being present. You know, they just want to be there every time. So the experience that they will get from the training is priceless. You know, I've been to trainings where you go and you spend thousands of dollars to get this type of training, and I mean, one session you're spending $500-600.
Yes, sir.
So what we are opening up the people to come in and take advantage of is absolutely just giving it away.
Wow. So what you all are offering, people will pay thousands of dollars for.
Yes.
And they'll get that for pennies on the dollar, really.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's
wow.
right. Without
here in Chicago.
Right here in Chicago.
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
be at the beautiful Hyatt McCormick place, and you know, it's just you know, again, an exciting time, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves as we have every year. But I believe this year is gonna be the biggest event that we've had.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's beautiful. And you know, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, all of the people who listen to me know that I'm a member of the Nation of Islam. So I have to thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for, of course, all that he's done, but specifically for the opportunity to meet you. Because if it was not for him and his work, he brings so many of us together from different walks of life, and to be in the presence of someone like you has an incredible record, not only of service in martial arts, but in the Nation of Islam and helping black folks. So we thank you for all of that you do.
Thank you, and I also, love the minister dearly, and I know that if it were not for the training that I have gotten and the teaching that I've gotten and the mentoring that I have gotten from the minister, that I would not have continued.
Yes, sir.
It was the inspiration of the nation that kept me on and kept me focused. And I'm a student and graduate of Muhammad University of Islam.
Yes, sir.
And who was over Muhammad University of Islam in New York was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And no nonsense, but just beautiful. So, and I'm just so happy that I know him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you. We thank you for being on the Bean Soup radio show. And brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, come to this event. You will not be disappointed.
All right. I'll see you on July 20th at the Hyatt McCormick.
Us.